Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Indy and you're watching As Told by Indy. And in today's video, we are going to do a paycheck breakdown for this week of the month. So it's the second week in January. Happy New Year again. And we are going to assign this money places to go. And your girl got a raise. So I'm very excited and I'm very grateful. And I also want to make sure that I'm super wise with this raise. So with that, let's get into the video. Okay, y'all, let's get into today's paycheck breakdown. I'm using the Baddies and Budgets budget planner. It'll be linked below so that you can go and get you one because I love this. Now, if you guys don't know what a paycheck breakdown is, a paycheck breakdown is when you look at your paycheck and you give it assignments based on your budget. So in my last video, we went over our monthly overview and our monthly budget. So when it comes to the weekly paycheck breakdown, I'm just gonna make sure that the bills that are due are here in the various categories, which we'll talk about in a minute. And then also just make sure that they are paid on time, because paycheck breakdowns allow you to see when you should pay your bills according to A, when they're due, and B, when you're paid. So let's get into it. So the first area we'll start in is going to be our income. And I'll zoom in a little bit for you guys here so you guys can see it. You guys, I found out I was getting a raise and it actually activated this paycheck, which I'm so excited about. So some of the red lines you're going to see are in the income and the totals category, but that's because like when I did the math offline, I did it earlier this week on Tuesday so I could film for you guys, but I actually checked my little paycheck portal thing and it activated this paycheck. So I thank God, I praise God, and let's get into it. So for my rollover income for this time around from last week, I have $263.63. And then from my new paycheck, it'll be $24.57.15. So overall in this paycheck, we are working with $27.20 and 78 cents. So with that, let's go ahead and break it down into the categories, starting with variable expenses. And I'll zoom in just a little bit more here so you guys can see that. So for variable expenses, I've got my electricity bill that's going to be due. It's $224.32. And then I am taking out my $50 for my gas budget. And then I'm taking out $50 for my grocery budget. And this will be what I cash stuff in a short. So in total, my variable expenses for this paycheck will be $324.32. Moving on to fixed expenses, and we'll move up here. I just have my cell phone bill that's going to be due. It's $256.79 per month, and then I use T-Mobile, so I guess for reference, that's my plan. Moving over to subscriptions, no subscriptions for this paycheck. Woo! That makes me really happy, you guys, for a couple of reasons. Number one, I'm trying to watch my subscriptions because, believe it or not, a lot of folks are being robbed because of their subscriptions and the amount of subscriptions that they don't use, you guys. So little tip for the wise, hint as I found this out. Go to your Apple subscriptions, go to your Google Play subscriptions, and really see where your money's going in subscriptions. It's actually crazy if you actually take a look at it, because 7 times or 8 times out of 10, you guys are probably not using all the subscriptions that you're subscribed to. So no subscriptions for me for this paycheck, which is great. All right, moving over to our debt. I'm gonna move us right here. If you guys don't know, or if you've been following me for some amount of time, I am on a debt-free journey. My goal is to be debt-free by 30, and I actually talked about this in my last video of my 2024 financial goals. So I am attacking debt like a crazy person, like a crazy woman, and it's because I just want to have gazelle-like intensity so I can get this off my back. So when it comes to the debt that we're paying off this week for this paycheck, I have one of my private student loans that is $512.23. Will be paid towards that, and after this, my balance will be $20,538.50. And then I've got some credit cards here, so $88.10 and $315.62. I don't keep a balance on my cards because I don't keep a balance on my cards. And so altogether in my debt category, I have $915.95. All right, y'all, a couple more categories and then we will be out of here for this paycheck breakdown. So for my high priority sinking funds, I put for my sinking funds new glasses for myself because I know I need to order some. So that's going to be $188.05. I'm not going to cash stuff this. I just went ahead and did the math on it and I put it in this category, but I'm not going to cash stuff it because I've got to pay for them online. Next, I'm gonna budget for travel, for some upcoming travel, for a hotel fee of $184.81. And then I have two upcoming airfare situations that I am budgeting for. One is $150, the other is $300. Now, I will say that these are going to fluctuate, but based on my travel research that I've done, these are ballpark prices. So in total, my high priority sinking funds for the month are for this part of the paycheck are $822.86. All right, moving over to the fun part of the paycheck breakdown, because this directly affects me, is going to be the extra savings and investments. So once again, in my last video, which I will be linked below, for my 2024 financial goals, I really want to make sure to contribute to my Roth IRA account. And then I also want to save money. I want to save $10,000. So when I break that down, we are here. So this week's this paychecks, I should say, Roth IRA contribution will be $145.84. And then this week's savings account addition will be $208.33, which will add up to a total of $354.17 in extra savings and investments. So I really want to make sure that I'm saving and investing in myself in addition to my financial goals. And so this category, I'm so excited to actually be able to fill it in. So let's go down to the big breakdown out of all this stuff. So income total, we've got $27.20 and 78 cents. Our expenses, which come from categories 2, 3, and 4, is a total of $581.11. Debt is going to be $915.95. Sinking funds is going to be $822.86, and our savings and investments are in the total of $354.17. So all together, when we do all the math and we subtract all that pretty stuff, you end up with $46.69. So I will say that this paycheck is a little tight for me because normally I do have more rollover, but this is the thing about me, and I will say this as you all, I want to be super transparent as you all are watching my journey. This particular week in the month for me is kind of like this. It tends to be like this, but that's because I'm going to get paid again next week, which is a blessing. So I don't get discouraged by the fact that I'll have $46.69, because guess what, you guys? All of my business is taken care of. Like, all of my business is taken care of. I can still eat. My 4 walls are secured. My gas is good to go. All that good stuff. So when it comes to paycheck breakdowns, the number is going to fluctuate, but you still want to make sure that you take care of business with your paycheck breakdown. And that's why when I look at it and I give my money assignments, when I do look at this number, I'm like, okay, all good. It's fine. Everything will be fine because I'm going to make sure I work hard to get paid again, obviously. And then number 2, all of my 4 walls of my business is taken care of. So with that, you guys, I will see you guys in the next video. If you guys have questions, comments, or concerns, please comment below and let's do this financial journey together. Bye, guys.